Hey there, hi there, ho there. Good to see you all. Hi, 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 hi. Hello, hello, hello. Um, yo, what's up, Banana Ham? Dude, my day been has been really busy actually. Very productive. I did some yard work. I mowed our lawn and I trimmed some hedges and I bought a propane tank for our grill because we're gonna do some grilling tonight. And I played with my son and yeah, it was a busy day. So I have a little bit of time this afternoon to stream. I'm trying to get as many streams in this weekend as I possibly can because this next week is just like a crazy week at work. And I think pretty much all of my free time is going to be spent like doing extra work, like reading and all that kind of stuff. What am I going to cook up? I am going to cook up some chicken thighs and some zucchini, and then we'll make some rice. It'll be a yummy, yummy meal. Speaking of which, speaking of food, what are you guys going to have for dinner tonight? Just a just a fun little question for you, the chatters, um, or the viewers. Even if you don't put it in chat, think to yourself, what are you going to have for dinner? I bet it is going to be very good. Or if not, it'll be nourishment for you. I'm gonna eat soup, maybe. Nice. Any particular kind of soup? Any soup tiers for you? Like, are we talking a tomato? Are we talking about bisque? Are we talking about like a hearty potato soup? Um. Okay. Where were we in this game, by the way? Oh, dude, my nose has been running like crazy. So I'm still a little sick. Still got a little bit of the sniffles, but doing a lot better. Veggie soup? Mmm. That's not bad. That's not bad. Did I can't remember. Did I upgrade? Uh... Well, you know, Nuzgrond, I think you're both part of the same Discord server. You could, like, chat over there if you want. Just saying. I mean, I'm glad you're here. Don't get me wrong. I'm glad that you're both here. But you don't have to be if you don't want to. I'm not forcing you. Like no one's holding a pew pew up to your head or anything. So, you know, you are acting of your own free volition, Nuzgrond. This is your choice. Don't put that on me. You have us at gunpoint. Dude, don't say that. Don't say that. God! I don't have nor want Discord. That's probably fair. Discord, from what I hear, is not actually a great platform. And actually does a lot of bad shit. Okay, so we are getting ready for the May Route 119, or Route 110. We're doing Route 110 right now. Yeah. Noob. So I gotta figure out a way to... Oh, obviously, you just get absolutely hard-bodied. Oh, excuse me, by Leiron. I'm trying to think what you switch into. Let me make sure this is the most updated. Party. I don't think it is. We lost Diggersby. We lost Nuzleaf. Sorry, Nuzground. We lost the Pokemon that kind of sounds like your name. Might be. So... this definitely wants to U-turn out. Also, you should switch from propane to a pellet grill. Maybe at our next out. So, fun fact, we are fucking moving. My family is moving. My wife got a killer job closer to DC, so we're gonna be traveling up the 95 corridor about an hour. So, dude, every day's a birthday for everyone for you, isn't it, Banana Ham? But we're gonna be traveling up north a little bit further than where we're at right now, and buying a new house. So, who's old, Nuzgrond or me? I mean, I know I'm old. Comparably. I mean, if I were to tell that to my parents or my in-laws, they would be like, "You're young." They're both over. We're both old. Fair. Okay. Ancient even. My back feels it after mowing for an hour. I feel like I am about to fall apart. And I work out, man. Dude, you want to know what sucks about getting old? Your body just like randomly starts to break down on you. I'm 33. So my body isn't like actually breaking down on me. Like I'm still quite vivacious for a 33-year-old, I would say. Like I could still go to the gym. I could still do shit. I could still run if I want to. But my knee, my left knee has just been like fucked for a while now. And like there are some mornings I just wake up and my ankle is just like, no, I actually don't want to work today. And I actually want to really hurt for no reason for like 5 minutes and then it goes away. But like my knee, like if I don't stretch it, it just like hurts for no reason. And I need to get it checked out because I think there's like something going on with the ligaments or like there's something going on with my hamstring or something. It feels like it might be connected to my hamstring or like back behind my knee, but dude, it sucks. Never happened up until like a year ago. My knees were fine, and then within the last 6 months, it's just been like. Also, I get like weird skin rashes now. I've got like eczema-like skin rashes on like my ankles and elbows and stuff. Didn't used to have that. Now I do. How about that? Getting old. Not all it's cracked up to be. Let me tell ya. Being old sounds gross. I have to do foot surgery for a rare condition, so don't even start. Now terrible arthritis in that foot. Guess I just got better genes. Ever think about that? Sorry, that sucks, Nuzground. Just get rid of it. Don't need it. Okay. So this thing U-turns out. I guess it switches into Mimikyu, right? That's what it appears to do. No pain. No pain, no gain. So Ironhead proverbially kills this thing if it did not have disguise. So see, this is where the fun little trick comes in. Sorry, wrong tense. Had it done years ago. Oh. I had to do foot surgery. Gotcha. Has it all been fixed now? If it makes you feel any better, Nuzground, this might be TMI, but I had to get a colonoscopy done last year, so I had a tube up my butt. And I was peeing out my butthole the whole day before. What normal types do I have? I think I want to do Exploud. Do I? No. No, I want to do Chatot. And Chatot can also kill this thing. Not to be afraid of stuff in the butt. Happens every day. What kills you? You absolutely body this thing. Okay. What kills you? I think I want to take Go-Goat for you. Then you come back out. You die to this thing. I don't know what else to bring. I guess Incineroar just for shits and giggles. Oh yes, much better genes. Super rare, anesthesia, allergy, no gallbladder because it just decided to stop working. Had shingles in my mid-20s and the foot problem. Yeah, I would say you got the low end of the gene totem pole there, Nuzgrond. Good thing we're not living in a world that's anywhere similar to 1930s Germany, am I right? Ha 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 ha! Not to get political or anything. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull out our Pokemans. So we want Go-Goat. We want Chatot. This is probably the only time I'm bringing this thing to a fight. Everyone knows America's bad right now. America's a total baddie. Am I right? No, it is pretty bad here. Pretty bad. Pretty bad. And I have lived outside of this country, so like I know what it's like outside of this country. So I wish America was a baddie. Can't get a dumb job? What kind of dumb job are you trying to get? Just giving everyone leftovers right now. Anything? Dude, it sucks. It sucks trying to get a job. I'm pretty fortunate that I work in a field where, like, they literally don't have enough of me, especially, like, males. If you've ever gone to, like, a therapy practice, all girls. All girls. There are very few male clinicians, so I have some job security there, and it's a little bit easier for me to find a job. But I remember when I was working at the college as an admissions counselor, prostitution. That's not legal here, Nuzgrond. Sex working isn't legal here. But when I was working at the college, back when Headless Regents were at their prime, dude, I spent like a year and a half trying to find a job, and I kept getting rejected left and right. It was rough. It was so dejecting. I was so bummed. I felt like I am going to be stuck in this shit job forever. And I had a job, much less like not having a job and trying to find one. That, dude, it's rough out there. We'll do Blaze Kick, and of course you miss. Don't miss this time. Thank you. I'm low-key gonna have to become an iron worker. Is there good money in iron worker? It's the only in I have. I mean, that's sometimes what you gotta do, right? You just gotta follow where your connections are. Insane money? There you go. I bet it's, like, not a fun job, though. So much money. Is it a fun job? I don't know. Is ironworking a fun job? Are you talking about, like, going in the mines and getting the iron out of the mountain? Or are you talking about, like, forging and being, like, a blacksmith? I bet it's, like, killer on your body. Building. Gotcha. Alright, May. I'm coming for you. Bum 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 bum. Hot take. This is probably, I don't know if this is really a hot take. This is like fuck. I did not mean to lead with Incineroar. This is probably, like, top-tier rival battle music in Pokemon, in my opinion. So what do you think the chances are that this thing doesn't U-turn? I'm going to Iron Head just in case, yeah. Hydrate. Oh my god. Okay, okay. Don't clip that. So what does Marshtomp want to do here? This wants to Water Pledge. So we just switch on over to Go-Go. Tank that shit up. Oh, I would love a stretch right now. Actually. Ooh! That's what? How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 hydrates? I'm Batman. I don't know. What is hero request? Help that water flow through the tummy. I can't remember what hero request was about. Was that for Apex Legends? That was an Apex Legends thing, right? Yeah. Only 800 for a hero request? Oh my god. It seems really low. I don't know, I'm sure you guys have like a ton of points at this point. I don't know, do you get points just by like being a follower of a stream? Do you get points for like just over time? Like, I don't actually know how that works at all. And actually, I probably need to change that from Monk Bucks, because I'm not doing like the whole like Brother Snades thing anymore. Kind of rebranding, you know? You have to watch to get points, okay. I wouldn't know, because I've got infinite, baby. Look at this. 900 for modify a single emote. Oh, I forgot about the Huns. 69,000, dye my mustache. Guide the raid, add a command. Jeez Louise, dude. I might have to go back and change some of these. Holy shit. Sure. Posture check. It's for time watched with small bonus after X time, and you can get bonus for watch streaks. Gotcha. Go, Orpheus. This should do not much, I'm hoping. Okay, I don't need you to be an attacker. What is it, chatter that kills this thing? Yeah. Way to go, Orpheus. So does this bring the bird back out? Or does this bring Mimikyu in? Okay, it brings the bird out. So we switch back into Athena. This does a skosh of damage. And we just heal back with leftovers. Boo doo doo boo 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 boo. So I'm iron heading here because this is 100% accuracy. Now I could technically kill this thing because I do have Sturdy, and Sturdy should be back up after getting up to full health. However, I don't want to do that, so this should be Drain Punch or Bulk Up every time. Should never be Shadow Claw or Shadow Sneak. Which means I have a safe switch into Pluto here. Now this is the fun little switchamaroo with this particular fight. It doesn't work after this fight because it learns Play Rough after this. But essentially, you just switch back and forth until it runs out of Drain Punch PP. Because it only knows fighting and ghost type moves. So you just stall. And I'm going to speed up here because I don't want to deal with this. That should be the Drain Punch. How many more Drain Punch PP does it have? 6. I guess let's count. 1. We're counting to 6. 2. 3. Woo, nope. 4. If I mess this up, one of these mons goes down. 5. That should be all 6 of the Drain Punch. Yep. So now we switch into Orpheus. And it can't actually kill me. So now we just kill it with Chatter. Oh, dude! And we got the Confusion. Boom. Yeah, Nuzground, what are you gonna have for dinner? Is that the best you could do, Swellow? Bitch. Who are you gonna U-turn into? You can't U-turn. Kenya. Dead bird. Seasoned pork loins in the crock pot. Dude, Twitch chat tried to flag loins. Shit, man. Easy rival fight. So now we get to do a whole ton of encounters, guys. This will be super fun. We do have a couple fights here that we need to take care of. Too bad of a word. Dude, you don't need to be sorry. I think it's really funny. I think it's, of all words to be banned, loins. It's too suggestive, I guess. Please don't miss. Thank you. Jesus. Abra, chill out. God damn. I don't know why I'm picking up these berries. I don't actually need to use them at all. I don't think. Okay, so here's why we picked up the ice stone. Because you give me a coin case for free. Does this guy give us anything? Yeah, this guy gives us Rock Smash. Not super helpful. Did you ever watch Malcolm in the Middle? Dude, I fucking loved Malcolm in the Middle. That was like my shit, dude. You could buy a light bulb? Fuck. Yeah, I remember watching Malcolm in the Middle. Like, they had reruns on at like 4:30 in the afternoon. I was homeschooled, so like super easy to watch shows at 4:30 in the afternoon on Fox. I haven't watched the new miniseries. That's on my to-watch list. I've got a lot on my to-watch list right now. My wife and I are finishing all of the super episodes of The Office, and then we need to watch Bridgerton, and we need to watch the new season of what is it? It's the one with Harrison Ford and Jason Segel where he plays a therapist. Oh my god, Shrinking. We have to watch the 3rd season of Shrinking. Want to watch Malcolm in the Middle. Got a lot to watch. Not a lot of time to watch. Okay, so are you guys ready for this? We are going to have so many encounters. So we start with the Mauville encounter, where we just buy the coins that we need. It's not that TV is hard to watch, I just don't have time. Yeah, it takes too much time. So I could get us started here potentially, but I'm going to take the guaranteed Munchlax, because Snorlax is a beast. He's nice and tanky for this Nuzlocke. Are you winning? I think so. We've only lost 2 Pokemon so far, so I'd say that's pretty decent going into the Watson gym fight. Yeah, hopefully we don't wipe. The farthest I've ever gotten in a Nuzlocke in this game is up to Winona. So the 6th gym, but that's the first gym that's a double battle. And dude, double battles absolutely destroy me in Nuzlocking. Welcome, Sea Queenie, by the way. What should we name this thing? So we're going mythology. That's the naming theme. So what should we name Munchlax? We could name him Buddha. Or Siddhartha. Siddhartha Gautama. By the way, Sea Queenie, Banana Ham says, happy birthday to everyone. Ouroboros. Explain, Nuzgron. Because he just eats? He's like all-consuming? Could call him Gluttony from Full Metal. I'm trying to think of like we could name him Dionysus. You know, god of parties. Snorlax kind of looks like a full moon, so you could name it Lo, both a mythological figure and one of Jupiter's moons. Oh, Io. That's an I, yeah. I got it after I saw Jupiter's moon. Dude, I've been getting so much like space shit on my TikTok feed recently because of like everything that's been going on with Artemis 2. Yeah, I like Io. I like Io. Sorry, Nuzground. I'll give you the next one. Like I said, we are about to have a bunch of encounters here. So we're going to get a Togepi, which will eventually be a Togekiss. So be thinking about that one. That's our next guaranteed encounter. And then we'll have like another 5 eggs that will be hatching. So be thinking, because we're going to be naming a bunch of Mons here in just a second. Put Go-Go in. We'll just do the Togekiss right now, because I actually need to fight my way to the next town, Verdant Turf. It's all good. I ain't none bothered by it. You're the goat, Nuzgron. Thank you. Actually, I called Banana Ham the goat yesterday, so I don't know. Maybe I'm too free giving with the goats Interchangeable goat. Y'all are the greatest of all time. Because y'all are the greatest chatters of all time. There you go. Alright, so what are we naming Togepi that will eventually be a nice chunky Togekiss? It gets fairy flying type. It is a male. So I'm wondering if, like, maybe Cupid? Or Eros? God of Love? I'm trying to think of, like, any non-Greek mythology that would fit here. Because Cupid's a dude, right? Tell that to Tom Brady, man. I feel like he was antagonistic as fuck. Or Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan, dude, he got into people. What do you think, Nuzgron? What do you want to name this thing? I told you that you could have the next one, so it's up to you. I'm thinking Cupid or Eros. It could also be like a demigod. We named our goat Jason, our go-goat Jason, you know, with like the golden fleece and everything. What do you think, Nuzgron? I don't want it? Okay. We're going Cupid then. Unless anyone has any final objections. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, Cupid it is. Easter Bunny. Too late, Banana. Too late. Maybe the next one. Depending on what we hatch, I don't want to fight that optional fight. That would be disastrous. So we can't really do much with this Togepi right now. We can't actually evolve it until after the Watson split. So I'm just going to set it in my box for now. My stream's so delayed. Oh, Jesus. Oh, gosh. So the only, like, guaranteed fight that I have to do before Verdant Turf is a baby fight. So, Lydia. She starts with a Froakie. Who just dies. You just died a high horsepower. You just died a high horsepower. You don't die to high horsepower, but what if I give you a soft sand? Then you might die to high horsepower. You die to high horsepower. Okay, so I think Go-Go just, like, destroys this here. Does the little egg freak still have a chance of getting Hustle, or is it guaranteed Serene Grace? So this is a neat game where you're given ability pills, so you can change the abilities. I also have it set so that it's perfect IVs and no EVs. So it keeps it pretty simple, I would say. I do want to get into some of the more difficult Nuzlocks where, like, you actually have to pay attention to IVs and EVs and stuff. My eventual goal is to get to Run and Bun. Don't know if I'll actually get there anytime soon. But that's sort of the goal at some point. But this thing has Serene Grace, which is great. And actually, after the 6th gym, I get access to bottle caps. I think it's bottle caps, so I can unlock hidden abilities as well. I don't know what Incineroar's hidden ability is in this game. It might be Intimidate. So Go-Go just kind of kills everything. I am going to be careful here, though. because I do want to make sure that I don't, like, accidentally get him killed. So yeah, this is the Inclement and Emerald hack by Bufflesaft, and then I have like a modded version that just adds some quality of life, makes things a little bit simpler, takes out IVs, or takes out EVs, all that kind of stuff. Good question, though. Which also means that our Whalmer, once he becomes a Whale Lord after the 6th gym, we will be able to get Drizzle on him. This is also a ROM hack where weather is permanent, or ability weather is permanent, but the bonus from it is cut to 25% instead of 50%. Dude, I don't know why this, like, fucks me up. I want to give this thing soft sand. I think I should have been given one. Yeah. And this thing outspeeds everything, right? So it outspeeds Froakie. It outspeeds Elekid. Outspeeds Magby. Outspeeds Dratini. Outspeeds Smoochum. Outspeeds Happiny. Yeah. Oh good, just kills everything. Alright. I also get a guaranteed Audino here as well, which is super nice. Jump in a gang of toddlers. Dude, the gang of toddlers are jumping me, man. I didn't ask for this fight. She's the one who's spinning like a top. The only reason I'm worried about this fight at all is because especially Elekid has crazy coverage. Not crazy coverage, but he gets a bunch of the elemental punches. So it makes it a little spooky. Got a high horsepower here. Wham! Powie! Powie kazowie! Oh, shit. That's not awesome. I don't still outspeed, but this Smoochum doesn't know anything ice. It only knows Psyshock. Yes, Queenie. Do you play Pokemon? What brought you to the stream? Glad to have you here. Please do not miss this, Go-Go. Buck. So that's +2. Does crit kill? No, crit does not kill yet. Yeah, just a lot of these fancy difficulty hacks. I've beaten Radical Red and gotten to about halfway in a Nuzlocke of it. Dude, I was trying to Nuzlocke Radical Red, and I stopped because in hardcore mode, the AI cheats. I'm shiny hunting in Y right now. Nice. Do you have, like, one of those fancy, like, multiple windows up at the same time type of thing? That's not fun. Does this actually kill? Okay, so what else? It's just happening, right? So I could just switch on over. I don't need to get too fancy with it. We'll just kill with Darkest Lariat. Just the one. I don't have the capital 20 3DSs. Fair. Well, welcome. Like I said, glad to have you here. We're here to Nuzlocke some games, baby. But yeah, I was playing Radical Red. and the VOD should still be up. But I stopped playing. I got so frustrated because I was playing on hardcore mode, and the AI cheats it, like, reads your moves or whatever. Dude, I had a Kilowattrel out who had Volt Absorb against some sort of electric type, and it tried to use Volt Switch, and I switched my Kilowattrel in, and my Kilowattrel soaked it up. So the AI knew I had Volt Absorb, right? And it saw a kill with, like, another move or something like that. So I was trying to intimidate it down. So I switched in Gyarados, and then it just hit Volt Absorb again, or Volt Switch again, and my Gyarados died. And it was like total BS. It's like, that's not how AI is supposed to work. No, it wasn't choice. It was what was it? What was I fighting? It was one of the Nugget Bridge trainers. It might have been the Togedemaru on Nugget Bridge. I'm looking it up right now. I don't know. It was some, like, bullshit though. Like, very clearly it, like, read what I was doing and just decided to go after I made my move. And after that, I was like, I don't know if I could play this game anymore, man. That makes it not fun to Nuzlocke. Who was it? Dude, what is going on? I think it was the Togedemaru on Nugget Bridge. So it wasn't Volt Switch, it would have been Zingy Zap. It must have been the Togedemaru. I don't know, I mean, you could go check out the VOD if you really want to. But it was just like, I don't know, I'm already bad enough at Nuzlocke. I don't need added, like, RNG to just ruin my runs, you know? Dude, Lydia's a breeder. What kind of Pokeballs can I buy here? Nest Ball and Luxury Ball, huh? And I don't think that Togedemaru is choiced. I could get Dream Balls. Okay. Let's get my free Audino. Get ready to name another Pokemon. Female this time. Should we name this Aphrodite? What do you think, chat? Or Venus? I'm your Venus. I'm your fire, your desire. Dude, those commercials are like etched into my brain, I guess. Aphrodite it is. So do you have a you said you've beaten Radical Red and you're about halfway in a Nuzlocke of it. Would you say that you have a favorite game to Nuzlocke, Queenie? So we've got our Mauville encounter. We've got our battle tower. Is that what that is called? Trainer Hill. I don't do a whole lot of Nuzlocke, so not really yet. Totally fine. So this says attempt 2 on stream. This is my second attempt on stream. I've Nuzlocked this game probably at least 100 times. Just on my own. And like I said, I've gotten to Winona, but I can't get past that. Knowledge in both Pokemon and mythology to aid in naming. That's why you just use Google, man. So let's see, how many eggs can I actually hatch here? I skipped the Slateport fishing. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I didn't fish in Slateport. So I've got Little Root, Old Dale, Petalburg, Slateport, and Verdant Turf. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I can hatch a total of 5 eggs. Two, 3, 4, 5. So there's like there's a set number of Pokemon that can hatch from these eggs, or a set. So like Togepi is always the first one. I don't know. Does it say in the docs what can hatch from these? Breeding. No. Let's see. I don't know if the docs say exactly which Pokemon can hatch from the eggs. I'm looking to see. Okay, daycare breeder. You could get a Bagon, Shuppet, Sneasel, Corphish, Marill, Emolga, Goomy, Rhyhorn, Ghastly, Pichu, Wimpod, Ponyta, Snover, Ferroseed, Tailo, Dratini, and a Feebas. And there are essentially enough encounters in this game where you can get all of those Pokemon. In fact, I think I have gotten all of those Pokemon. Oh my gosh. There's a static encounter of Rotom in New Mauville. Spiritomb in the Abandoned Ship. You'll need to bring an Odd Keystone and Pokemon 108. There are 2 valid options for this. To the storage room in the Abandoned Ship. Kecleon, Electrode in New Mauville. Articuno in Shoal Cave. Zapdos in New Mauville. Moltres in Ember Path. Already got my no, I haven't gotten my Ember Path encounter yet. Heatran in Scorched Slab, Jirachi in Meteor Falls, Diancie in Cave of Origin, Regigigas in the Sealed Chamber, Mewtwo in Altering Cave, and then Regirock, all the Regis, Mew, Deoxys, Latias, Latios, Rayquaza, Groudon, Kyogre, Ho-Oh, and Lugia are all in the same places. You could get Battle Bond, Greninja, once you obtain the Heat Badge, aka Ash Greninja. There is no time limit to receive these Pokemon. They'll be obtainable in all future versions too. They can be received from the old man in every Pokemon Center without going through the vanilla mystery gift system. You can only receive each of these once per save. So I can get Ash's Greninja once I get the Heat Badge. And I can get Meloetta once I obtain the Balance Badge. That's pretty crazy. I didn't know that. Yeah, I wouldn't mind having Greninja. Anyway. Let's hatch an egg. Shall we? Lady needs to get out of my way. We got Pichu. What should we name Pichu? What should we name this thing? It's a female. Goddess of Thunder. Astrape and Bronte are the primary Greek goddesses of lightning and thunder, serving as attendants to Zeus, while thunder deities are often male. Fulgora in Roman, Oya in African, Kadlu in Inuit, Storm from the Marvel Comics, Kimopelia, a goddess of violent sea storms, daughter of Poseidon. Diane Mu. Who's Diane Mu? Diane Mu is the Chinese goddess of lightning, often known as Mother of Lightning. I like that. We'll go Diane Mu. That sounds good. So next we go to Oakdale Town. Sounds like my sun is up. So we'll see how long I can stream for yet. If he really starts having a problem, then... Ooh, Pharaoh Seed is a good one. Yo, Streamer Man, have you seen anything of Celia's stupid ROM hack? I watched a YouTuber going through it. I don't think it's finished yet, though. I've not seen that. No. What should we name Pharaoh Seed? It's a steel grass type. Celia's stupid ROM hack. It's a... Aww. Thanks, Sea Queenie. Thanks for the follow. Love to see you at more streams. So it looks like a Pokemon puzzle adventure. It is a puzzle adventure game designed for everyone who loves Pokemon. Grab your friends and sit in a call together as you share a cavalcade of absurdity and fun. Complete your Pokedex as you navigate a region-wide escape room and test your wits and knowledge against creative and clever puzzles. When you finish playing, join our community and work together to uncover all the secrets the game has to offer. There's so much more that's yet to be found. That actually sounds really fun. I'd be down to play that at some point. When I'm not feeling like being a sweat. Pharaoh Seed. Is there like a Norse god that would be good here? Freyr is the primary Norse god of agriculture, fertility, prosperity, and sunshine. Could do Osiris, maybe? Sylvanas. Sylvanas is a Roman tutelary deity of woods, uncultivated lands, and field boundaries, often viewed as a protector of trees, agriculture, and livestock. I like that. I like that a lot. Do you play D&D, Banana Ham? Have we talked about that before? Pharaoh Seed is an excellent Pokemon. Super, super great bulk. I'm going to for the first time today. Right on, man. Do you have a character created and everything? Dude, you should be. D&D is super fun. Especially if you play with the right people. Like, you have to play with the right people, but... Okay. Meryl. Water fairy type. I'm a tiefling or whatever. Dude, that's awesome. They're the ones who get Hellish Rebuke, right? So, who is a famous Naiad? Greek mythology. Daphne, transformed into a laurel tree. Castalia, associated with the Delphi Oracle. Salmacis, fused with Hermaphroditus. And Arethusa, turned into a sacred spring. Daphne is known for escaping Apollo's pursuit by turning into a laurel tree. Pyrene, a nymph whose spring at Corinth was sacred to the Muses. I'm thinking Daphne. I'm thinking Daphne for Meryl. Okay, so that was Oldale, Little Root, and Petalburg. So now we get Slateport. And then we'll also get Verdant Turf. And then we've got a fight against Wally to prepare for. And then Watson. I'm thinking we'll be able to get through Watson today. Ooh, okay. So we already have a Ghastly. This is a dupe. So we actually get to try again. Because I do play with the dupe's claws. Oh, dude. This is the one. This is the one. I'm thinking Andromeda for Wimpod. Dude, fucking, what does this thing turn into? I cannot think of it for the life of me, but it's a great Pokemon. Golisopod. Thank you. I don't know why I was blanking on that. Great, great Pokemon, especially for Nuzlocke. So we'll go with the Andromeda. So now we need to fly back and get another egg and go to Verdant Turf. Dude, all that pollen from mowing today is like going straight to my throat. We still haven't gotten our Route 117 encounter yet either. Shit. Go-Go, I really hope that you can kill all of these things. Do not have, like, reversal or something. Okay. If Go-Go can't kill this, I'm, like, screwed, man. Because I've got all level 1s in the back. One of which I can't even use. Alright, we're going to get a lot of level ups here. No, I don't want to roll out. No, I don't want water sport. I am super scared right now. I was about to ask if it's wise to be walking around with a collection of newborns in your pocket. No, it's not. 100%, it is not a wise idea. Does this thing have levitate? It does not. Just don't miss. Hopefully they can level up somewhat. Kill? No. Slam? What about high horsepower? Does this kill? Woo! This should kill. It is a Pokemon breeder, so I don't know if I'm worried about this thing, really. Dude, did that thing just yawn me? I just got yawned. Fuck, dude. Thank God for synthesis, I guess. Eesh! Haha! Sapsipper to the rescue! I almost didn't have Sapsipper on this thing, but... How many more does this trainer have? Woo! Never punished. We got Pikachu. Don't want to faint. Never punished. Who's a mid trainer now? Let's go ahead and release this. Bye, Ghastly. Hope you find your dad or your mom or whatever. Dude, Jason is an absolute unit, man. Just owning this route. Come on! Give me something good. Yeah, I was wondering if it was going to be Dratini with how long it was taking to hatch. Alright, so we got a dragon. Should we name this thing? Famous dragons from mythology. Fafnir, a greed-driven dwarf-turned-dragon, and the unnamed horde-guarding beast in Beowulf. Other notable figures are Tiamat, Yamada no Orochi, and the sun god Helios' winged dragons. These creatures symbolize destruction, treasure, and divine power. I like the idea of naming this thing Helios. Thoughts? Thoughts on naming Dratini, soon-to-be Dragonair, Helios? No qualms? Right on. Hell yeah, Queenie. Okay, now we are going to fly back to Mauville. And we are going to level the fuck up out of these baby Pokemon that we just bought. I'll get a Thunderstone for Pikachu. Unfortunately, there's no way of swapping this for a Alolan Raichu. Even though that would be incredible. Ooh. No, I'm not going to use Self-Destruct. That seems like a terrible idea for a Nuzlocke, don't you think? This is the most engaging content that you've seen all day, right? I need to check if my Azumarill is huge power or thick fat. Because I want huge power! I don't think Andromeda levels up to Golisopod yet. Oh, yep. First impression, man. Absolute goated Pokemon here. Don't need Struggle Bug. Twister. Sure, you can learn Dragon Rage. No, I don't want you to have Slam, because Slam is super inaccurate. I just don't want to get rid of Extreme Speed. Because I think it's 80 base power in this game. Yeah. And that's all my Pokemon up to 38 now, right? Other than Togepi, who we will not be using. No, I haven't evolved Munchlax yet. Actually, I do want you to have Amnesia. So I like, for this part of the Nuzlocke, I like running Recycle, Rest, Body Slam, and Amnesia on our dear old Snorlax here. Mostly because he just absolutely bodies half of Watson's team if you can get him up to +6 special defense. Yawn also isn't bad, but because I don't... Rotom Mow is grass electric, right? Are you sure you don't want to run Metronome? I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Rotom Mow is electric grass type, so I can body slam this thing. Oh my gosh. So let me save here. Did I check? Yeah, I want you to have thick fat. I want you to have huge power. Don't need Spark, because you're a special attacker. No. Yeah, I'll give you Discharge. Give us one Deadmon, please. I can't promise you anything, Nuzlocke. Nuzgrond. We'll see. I mean, we've lost one at every gym so far, so we very well could lose one to Watson. But I have this gym fight down pretty well. Although not having Charizard for the Galvantula at the beginning can be a little bit tricky. So I'm not sure how I'm going to take that thing out, but what other Babymon did I have? The Dragonair. Let's go ahead and organize these guys the way I want them to be, with their different abilities. I want a Thunderstone. Boom! We got a Raichu. Don't want Thunder Punch on you, though. Alright. Oh my gosh, dude. What is good for Dragonair? This thing is a special attacker? No. I think that's fine for Dragonair. I want you to be plus speed minus attack. I want you to be plus defense minus speed. I want you to be plus attack minus speed, I guess. You could be plus attack minus speed because you just use first impression. And I want you to be plus special defense. speed for attack. Defense for speed. Attack for speed. Gosh, dang it, dude. Special defense for speed. Alright, so with that, let's go figure out what we're doing for Wally. It shouldn't be too hard. He doesn't have a crazy team or anything like that. We could probably calc for Wally and Watson at the same time. So you are being removed. You are being removed. So let's do Wally first. He leads with his Roselia. I do not outspeed with you. Does First Impression get the kill? First Impression does get the kill. So I can lead with Golisopod probably. And just do First Impression dead. This leads to you using your Flying Gem Acrobatics. I probably want to switch into my Lairon and then Rock Tomb you to death. That means you want to come in either Brick Break or Aqua Tail. Either way. So Azumarill can be a little bit tricky though. Can't hit. Not you. What if I give you a light ball? So if I can switch to my Lantern on Aqua Tail, that guarantees Play Rough, it looks like, which Raichu does not really survive. I'd really need it to switch in on a Brick Break. What takes a... Oh, what baits Brick Break? Is anything bait Brick Break? Oh. Pharaoh Seed. And then I switch in Raichu with a Light Ball. Yeah. And then that brings in... Oops. And then Raichu just chain kills. Okay. I need to go buy a light ball for Raichu. I'm just moving my Pokemon behind the scenes. Don't worry about it. Let's bring Incineroar as well. And I guess Jason. Okay. So I got my team for Wally. Now let's start getting ready for Watson. So he leads this Galvantula, and Galvantula wants to set up sticky webs. And the problem is Galvantula is wicked quick. So it's very difficult to stop it from doing sticky web. Do I have anything that stops Sticky Web from going up? I don't think so. That's kind of a problem. Why didn't I go Charizard? See, so you can normally go... Do you have any rapid spinners? That's a good question. I might be able to get, like, Defog. I don't think any of these Pokemon... Starmie might, but Starmie would get killed by pretty much everything. I must be going now. I'm sorry. Have a good rest of your stream. Thanks for being here, Banana Ham. Have a great rest of your day, man. Ferrocene might get it. That boy was built to spin. He might. So here's the deal. So with Watson, Snorlax can beat Rotom-Mow. He could beat Raichu. He could beat Manectric. He can also beat this guy. The only problem is Magneton also likes to set up electric terrain, so I can't rest. So Snorlax is a definite bring. Dude, the fact that this gets Eviolite just kind of sucks, man. Lantern takes on the other Lantern. It can maybe take on Magneton. I do have Eerie Impulse, so like I can send its special attack to the floor, and then it can't really do anything to Lantern, and Lantern can just take the kill. So it's really just this Galvantula. And honestly, like, I may want to do something like this where I bring Go-Go with a Miracle Seed. I mean, Icy Wind will hurt, but... What about, could do a Wakan Berry. Do First Impression. And that probably, baits Emergency Exit. I mean, it'll probably stick up Sticky Webs. Let me see if I can get Rapid Spin on any of my Mons. Because Ferrocene can also come in against that Alolan Raichu if need be. Nope. So with Knuckle Badge, I do get Defog. Do any of my Pokemon learn it though? I don't think so. I will keep mulling this over. I actually have to go to the bathroom, so BRB. Sorry, that was just a quick bathroom break. We're back. Yeah, so this Galvantula. If I give my Golisopod a Wakanberry, emergency exit is after 50%, right? It forces the Pokemon to switch out of battle automatically when its HP drops to 50% or less. Yeah. So I think I either get the So first impression plus Gengar gets the kill. I don't know, does Sticky Web affect levitating Pokemon? No, Sticky Web does not affect Pokemon with the Levitate ability. There we go. So, the only hazard that affects airborne Pokemon is rocks. Yeah. So, I like this idea of going Wakanberry Golisopod, because it neuters the Volt Switch, guarantees Bug Buzz probably, which even crit does not kill, which gives me a free switch into Gengar, who then outspeeds and kills. That baits in Psychic from Alolan Raichu, which we can switch into Lax for, and then we can just sort of give him a Chesto Berry, rest and recycle as needed, Amnesia up. And then he can single-handedly take Raichu, he can single-handedly take Rotom, he can single-handedly take Manectric. And then that leaves us with this guy. I mean, he could technically, at +6 special defense, he could take him if he needs to. But so can Go-Goat. Even -1 attack or speed. Okay, so -1 at speed, he would be outsped. So I might have to do some switching around. And then Lantern beats Magneton. So that's decent, right? I bought that light ball, right? Did I already give it to him? I think that should do it. IMO. Might be a little tricky. And I probably should bring another bulky Pokemon. Dude, I'm hearing that like little high-pitched thing in my right ear right now. I want to say just bringing out Dino makes sense. Just for some bulk, if nothing else. So we'll give you Light Ball to hold. We'll give Ferroseed, the Eviolite. We'll give leftovers to everyone else. You're already holding leftovers. Give leftovers to Andromeda. So we'll lead Andromeda into Wally. Here we go. So we're gonna take on this fight against Wally, and then we'll fight Watson, and then we are probably going to be done for the stream. Just so that my wife isn't watching my son all afternoon by herself. so that she can go do her thing. If she wants to. I'm not pushing it. If I combine forces with Curlia, we could beat anyone. Is that so, Wally? Leads Roselia. First impression gets the kill. I did bring my Leiron, right? Okay, good. This thing does, like, nothing, even though it's acrobatics boosted. Flying Gem. Does nothing. Dude, this Pokemon is absurd, man. Steel Wing does a little bit of damage, but not a ton. It's resisted. Or neutral, I should say. Then Rock Slide kills. Next we have Aqua Tail Meryl, or Azumarill. So he wants the Aqua Tail. So we switch over to Sylvanas. What? That doesn't make any sense. Well, either way, this wants to Brick Break again. Brick Break was not the highest damage roll against Leiron. I don't know why it went Brick Break there. And then with Light Ball, Thunderbolt kills. Maybe it just saw the 4 times over the 2 times I went for that. Yeah, I guess so. I don't know why Brick Break didn't do more damage than Aqua Tail. Considering it was 4 times effective, but I don't know. And then Dianmu kills Curlia. What? You have a Focus Sash. Woo! Did not pay attention. Never punished. That's what they say, Queenie. That's what they say. I think I want to cook a little bit more for this Watson fight. I don't like bringing Go-Go against the Lantern. I want to see if there's a better option that I can bring. Crab doesn't work. You don't do it. I don't think there really is another option. Technically, Ferrocy does better against Icy Wind, but does worse against Surf. Obviously, Dragonair does not do well against Icy Wind and Dazzling Gleam. I think it's gonna have to be Go-Go. I mean, it can also be Lantern if need be. Like I can do some switching around and get Volt Absorb, or even Snorlax can do decent. So let me move my party around here. And actually, before I do that, there's one annoying fight with a Togedemaru that I have to take on first. I'm trying to think who is first in that fight. Can't remember. Maulville. Okay. Youngster Ben, Rotom, Stunkfisk, and Togedemaru. So it leads with Rotom. Do I have a Shadow Tag? Nope. I don't have anything to boost ghost type moves, unfortunately. Are you plus special attack? No, you're not. I can just make you plus special attack. So I'm thinking Gengar, even plus special attack minus speed, kills the Rotom in one hit. That baits out Sucker Punching Stunfisk, who whiffs and dies to Seed Bomb Go-Goat. And I really wish that Incineroar did more to this thing. If I'm being honest, I wish I had a ground type. I mean, a ground type would be really nice. Lantern does it decently into Togedemaru as well. So does Breloom. Can I give you a black belt? Black belt just guarantees one. Oh, but it is sturdy. I think I bring Incineroar and double kick this thing. And then worst comes to worst, I have to kill with Lantern. So I'll have to change my Gengar around a little bit to make it plus special attack rather than plus speed. And then I'll have to switch it back again before the Watson fight, which is kind of annoying, but it is what it is, man. Hence, this is what you do with Nuzlocking, I guess. We'll do Modest, I guess. I don't have the calcs up, do I? No. Let's take on Youngster Ben. This is the only guaranteed, or only necessary fight before Watson. Unfortunately. So we got Pluto, you kill with Hex. Should bait out Stunfisk with Sucker Punch. Oh no, Togedemaru. Interesting. You're Modest. Okay. Iron Head and Zing Zap are the same amount, which sucks. Zing Zap is always crit, right? I don't know if that's calcing it as a crit or not. Either way, I'm never dead. And this does like 50%. Okay, so it was calcing it as a crit. This is a roll to kill. I think we switch to Incineroar. Not really what I wanted to see. But Incineroar should now see a kill with double kick. Togedemaru is faster. But that's okay. Getting the flinch kind of sucks. I should be okay, though. The unfortunate thing is this... Aw, dude. Oh, just a Salic Berry. I thought it was citrus. And this thing is sturdy, so I don't get hurt by, like, the rocky chip. Can you see why this fight is a little bit scary? It just sort of can, like, catch you off guard. Anytime Togedemaru is part of a fight, I get terrified. Dude, for real, man. Togedemaru haunts my fucking dreams. Alright. Easy. Now we have to fly back to Slateport and make my Gengar timid again. So that I can make sure that I outspeed Galvantula. Oh gosh, dude. I am going to change some of the attacks for Aphrodite, though. Dude, this is scary. Alright, what moves can you learn? No. Learn a new move from the Knuckle Badge. Yeah, you don't learn Defog. But, I guess it's after this that I get, Soft Boiled. I guess I can give you Extra Sensory. Covers up to half the target's maximum HP. Hyper Voice. Takedown. I don't really want you to be taking anything down. So, let's make sure that we give our Pokemon the right stuff. So we're giving a Chesto Berry to Io. We are giving a Wakan Berry to Andromeda. We could give a Yachi Berry to this guy, to Go-Go. That might force it to go into Dazzling Gleam, actually. I'm just really hoping this thing doesn't set up Sticky Web. I'm thinking Yachi Bear is probably the best thing to give this Go-Go. Obviously, we're going to give leftovers to Aphrodite. Yeah. Combination First Impression and Hex always kills this Galvantula. And the Wakan Berry always means that it's a Bug Buzz instead of Volt Switch. The shitty thing would be if it Volt Switches anyway and eats the Wakan Berry. That would be bad. Either way, we're going to roll with it. Let's make sure that we have everything. Flea's at half HP. It's brave. Has a Wakanberry. Leftovers. Special attack. Leftover Chesto Berry. You have Recycle. You have Rest. You have Amnesia. You have Body Slam. And you are Thick Fat. You're Levitate, so you won't be slowed down. If he does set up webs. You're what I need it to be. I guess I do have Synthesis with you as well, so like if things get really hairy. You have Heal Pulse. I should probably do plus special defense, but I think it'll be okay. Woo! Let's do this. Watson, I'm here for you. And the stream is running as it should. Correct. Correctus. Yeah, the stream is running as it should. Nothing's in the way. Okay.
I've given up on my plans to convert the city. I have, and so I put my time into making door traps in my gym. Oh? Now what are you doing here? What's that? You say you've gotten past all my rigged doors? Wahahaha! Now that is amusing. Then I, Watson, the leader of Mauville Gym, shall electrify you.
Alright. Let's go, old man. You're not terrifying at all. I don't know what you're talking about. So we first impression. Go Bug Buzz. Oh! The crit, baby! The crit! Holy shit! Andromeda! Fuck yeah, dude. So now we bring out Io. Doesn't matter what this thing does. We're Thick Fat, so like it has Signal Beam, Flamethrower, Aurora Beam, and I think Thunderbolt. So now we just hope for no confusion. And we just Amnesia up. Dude, that crit! So we're at +4 now. And this will be +6. Dude. Oh! Dude, that was the only scary part of the fight. And you know what, Andromeda? You absolutely clutched the fuck up. So now we just rest. We'll recycle the Chesto Berry, and then we'll just start body slamming this thing down. Honestly, I could probably kill the rest of Watson's team just with Snorlax if I really need to. Oh! Dude, this game, man. Absolute fucking scenes. Huge, huge body slam. I think that was probably a max roll. How much damage does Flamethrower do? 5? Yeah. Yeah, this is pretty nutty. I will say the Rotom Mow has some weird AI, but it should be okay. Does send out the Rotom. We just body slam. It does have Toxic, I forgot about that. But we could just rest that off. It's It's not a ghost type, so we can... Oh! Ooh! It does have white herb, so it will not ultimately take the stat drop. Let's recycle that to make sure that we don't lose that. Because it probably wants to send out, if I had to guess, it wants to send out Magnemite after this. Magneton after this. And set up electric terrain so that... Dude, what? Accuracy much? Alright. If it does hit, I mean, this will do a decent amount. I mean, it's still Leaf Storm. It's a decent amount for being +6 special attack. Insane RNG this fight, right? Dude. Absolutely insane RNG. Which helps out, because I got some pretty bad RNG, if I'm remembering correctly, against Brawly. Like, I had to lose a Mon, which was kind of a bummer. So it wants to send out Magneton. Do I get the... Ah, shit. Okay. So that's not awesome. Now I probably have to pivot with my Raichu answer. I could probably first impression it down. Yeah, first impression kills Raichu. So, not a big deal. So now we just Eerie Impulse this thing down. If you go Raichu, perfect. So Raichu is now at -2 special attack. And it wants to Psychic my Lantern. So I should have a free switch into Golisopod. And then I can just first impression this thing. Oh, Grass Knot. Interesting. Oh, you bitch! Alright, well, the electric terrain disappeared. Send back Tempestus. Setting up the electric terrain again. We do... Oh, shit. I didn't want to do that. So Raichu wants to Grass Knot, apparently. I'm not sure why it wants to Grass Knot. Should see Psychic as highest damage. I think we stay in here. Because it doesn't do that much damage. Signal Beam doesn't get the kill. But we should get the kill next time. I don't know why it's doing Grass Knot. It shouldn't be doing Grass Knot. Should be going Psychic. Psychic is highest damage. Again, maybe it's just because it sees it's super effective. I was under the impression that the AI just did highest damage roll, but maybe I'm wrong. So now we've got Lantern. We just... It outspeeds us. Icy Wind shouldn't do that much, and we could just Eerie Impulse this thing down. Until we don't really have to worry about it anymore. Okay. See, now we're just gonna get, like, weird switches, right? And let me make sure... Ah, so his Lantern is Water Absorb, which isn't awesome. Dude, what the fuck is going on? This is nuts. See, now I'm wondering if it switches again. His dementia might be setting in. Dude. I think you're right. Dude, what the fuck, man? So I think we signal beam, and then what we do is we bet on it switching. Okay, he wants to set up electric terrain. I'm worried about doing bubble beam since his lantern is water absorb. Ooh. But I mean, this Magneton really can't do anything against us. Yeah, okay. So this pops Lantern's water balloon, or air balloon, which means we should, in theory, since it likes to switch here, we should be able to switch on over to Go-Goat and then kill with high horsepower. Kill both of them with high horsepower. Interesting. Jesus. Okay, so this has no air balloon anymore. Seed Bomb. Seed Bomb is actually still highest damage. I don't think we get the kill, but it'll be close. Okay. But now this thing outspeeds us and we have no more Yachi Berry. So I think what I want to do now is switch back into my Lantern. Because you want to Icy Wind again. You already outspeed. I'm going to guess that you're going to switch into Magneton, but I'll go Signal Beam. Just in case. So it probably wants to go Magneton and reset up electric terrain. Interesting. Okay. So now we've got Magneton Eviolite. If we get its special attack down to -6, it can't do more damage than our leftovers heals back. It can only do 1%, 1 to 2.5% damage to us, unless it crits. Which, you know, I guess it could. Or we just Bubble Beam it. I mean, Bubble Beam does like 40% here. So I think we just Bubble Beam it twice and then we win. Deathless Watson. This fight seems scary on paper. It's really not that scary in all reality. The Galvantula is the only, like, tricky part to get around, or try to get around. Ooh. It's a lot less scary when you crit one-shot the Web Setter. Yeah, that's true. But even then, I mean, like, you can start with Charizard, or you could start with Charmander, and Charizard actually outspeeds it if you give it a plus speed nature, and it can one-shot with Flamethrower. So, like, I went with Incineroar just because I wanted to do something different. I typically will go with Charmander just so that I can kill that thing one shot. Plus Charmander gets 2 Megas that you can choose from later on. You have a Sunsetter with Charizard Y, which apparently is cracked in fucking Pokemon Champions right now. So I mean, there are definitely answers to it. I just chose to do something a little bit different. But really, really not that scary of a fight if you can get around that. Or if you crit like my goat Andromeda. With that being said, we are up to a new level cap. We're up to... There's a baker's dozen Pokemon actually in Champions. No wonder it's cracked. LOL. don't know. I'm enjoying Pokemon Champions. I think it's fun. I mean, like, it's free to play. I didn't have to pay any money for it, right? I mean, I know it's like a ripoff of Pokemon Showdown, but I don't blame Pokemon. You know, if they can monetize microtransactions off of something that a bunch of people play, I don't blame them one bit. As long as they use that money to make Winds and Waves a good game. Am I right? Okay, so with all that being said, I'm going to wrap up the stream here. We took out Watson. Our new level cap is going to be up to level 50, which we are now on the Flannery split. So that is also a fun split. So we will probably get to that in our next stream. I don't know when the next stream will be necessarily, just because I was saying at the beginning, there's like a ton of crazy shit going on work week wise for me. The battling average for good mainline Pokemon games on the Switch is 0 for 4, so we'll see how that pans out. Here's hoping. Oh, before I leave and forget, boom, we got our 3rd badge. What? Okay, so I don't know when the next stream will be. It might be next week. I might have some time to be able to stream on Friday. I doubt I'm going to have a lot of stream during the week or a lot of time to stream during the week, just because I got a really busy work week ahead of me, and I'm going to have to do a bunch of work outside of work in order to sort of keep up with everything. It is what it is. You get those weeks sometimes. But otherwise, I'm going to wrap the stream here. Thanks so much for being here. Queenie, thank you so much for the follow and for hanging out. Would love to see you at the next stream. If not, no worries. Have yourself a wonderful rest of your day. Have yourselves a wonderful